Alright guys, so big news today. Apparently it's been announced that on Netflix, the same people who are doing the Castlevania anime series have also announced they're going to be doing an Assassin's Creed show. Real quick before I get into this, I know some people have gone, why have you talked about the Castlevania animated series, DPZ? Mostly because I've never played a lot of the Castlevania games. And when I do, I'm usually confused because I don't know what timeline or what sequel I'm playing. So, there's that. There's that kind of holding me back. And it sucks, too, because, Castlevania seems like something I'd be very into. But I am very excited for this animated series. It looks dark, it looks foreboding. You've got Richard Armitage, the actor who played Thorin Oakenshield in The Hobbit, as the main hero, and you have Warren Ellis, who is one of my favorite comic book writers, heading this whole entire thing. So I was like, holy shit, I'm in. And that's coming out Friday. I didn't realize that until I was like, holy shit, it's coming out this Friday? I mean, I knew it was coming out, but I totally forgot the date was this Friday. So I might do a review, I might not, because again, I'm not really well versed in the Castlevania games or the universe itself, so I'm a little leery about that. We'll see. Keyword, we'll see. So, but yeah, let's talk about a game series I do know well of, and that is the Assassin's Creed series. So, sorry to get some water. So let's talk about the idea of an Assassin's Creed game, animated series. Bleh, had a movie, wasn't that great? Although that's my personal opinion. If you like it, that's totally fine. Excuse me. My thing with this is that I love it. I love the idea of Assassin's Creed as an animated series, and having the same people behind Castlevania doing this. I think is really cool. Having it on Netflix is no restriction. You gotta give it to Netflix, because they are being ballsy with their animated series. I think Castlevania was a good example of that, and now this, and who knows, maybe we get more. I mean, yeah, we had Knights of Sidonia. It's actually where you could really look at it, and we had several other animes, but here, we've never really had an American-based animated series like that. Here, so to have like a Western feel and still give it that anime style, that's really cool. Hopefully this will really kick open the doors for other like adult animated series these days. I know it's been a thing in the past, but I think this would be a cool way to do a cool resurgence of it. Anywho, let's talk about this. So this is, like I said, really cool. And here's the best part of this, of how to do an animated series on Assassin's Creed. You could do anything with an Assassin's Creed animated series, because the thing is, you don't really need to focus on the other assassins from the game. It's one giant organization. You could just create a new assassin and plop him in a new him or her in a new timeline, and have she or he's story focus around that centered timeline. I mean, yeah, obviously we're going to have the Animus play a big part, because that's how we get all this shit, so, yeah. So honestly, I think that that's a really cool idea. And the other cool aspect of this is that if you get another season out of this, then you can make it an anthology. Each season can be devoted to an assassin with an overarching story of the first assassin's first mission, and it follows the other assassins through the person in the Animus and all his or her descendants. You could do that and get away with it. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of my, and I know a lot of people will be like, how about we get it like an animated series centered on Altair, or Ezio, or Edward Kenway, or Connor Kenway, or any of the other assassins we've seen. Honestly, let's save them for the games. And yeah, I feel like their stories, like Altair's and, excuse me, Altair's, Ezio's, especially Ezio, and all the other assassins we've seen in the games, their stories are pretty much done. They're done. You don't really need to extend any further. And again, with this, you can play around in the universe and still, still keep the game continuity intact, and just focus on a different character and accentuate that whole universe of Assassin's Creed. I think that could be the best route to go. They could easily do they could do it on one of the other assassins, we've seen in the game, but still, I think it would be better off, and this is the route they're probably going to take, is focus on an assassin we've not seen, and it's a totally original character. Yeah. So what timelines would I like to see? Obviously, Japan. I mean, this is going to be an anime-centric thing, so it would kind of make sense to do ninjas, finally. We've been wanting that since Game 2. I would like to see 5 Points New York. If you don't know what 5 Points New York was, 5 Points was basically 5 different districts that were crunched together, and it was basically one giant, all these districts that belonged to different ethnicities that had been coming over overseas. And if you ever saw, I'm not good with my history, but if you ever saw Gangs of New York or Copper from that BBC show, then you probably know what I'm talking about. And I know they kind of did that with Syndicate, but I'd like to see it done in a real, like, nasty place. And I think that would be just a cool place to really, like, jump off of buildings and really see all these cool stories play out. Other places, the Old West would be cool. The Civil War would be kind of cool. Have be Lincoln's assassin. How badass would that be? Yeah, the Old West would be kind of cool. I'm trying to think of, like, other timelines they could possibly do that they haven't done. I know they're doing Ancient Egypt and in the new game Origins, and they did Rome in the novels. So how about, like, Ancient Greece, or how about, like, you could do the Roman Empire again, but like maybe in England. Yeah, like have like early England, something like that. And you could play as not play as. I mean, the story could be around an assassin who was like a Celt, like a British Celt, who has been brought into the Assassin's Creed, into the Creed, and now he or she is hunting Templars who are Romans. Something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know why I said you could play as, probably because it's been such a game for so long. It's been as a game for so long. It did have a movie, and again, the movie did play on the whole, it's part of a bigger universe. Yeah. So that's how I kind of see. Again, they could easily go the route of, hey, let's just do a story, an animated series on Ezio or Altair or Edward. That could be one of the cases. So yeah, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think of an Assassin's Creed animated series? Do you guys like the idea? Do you guys hate the idea? And what do you want to see done with this show? And do you want to see an original assassin or an assassin brought back? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.